Hi and hello guys. Today in this video let me quickly show you as to how we can set up or run the Streama media server on your Windows PC. So without any further delay, let us get started. So to start with, head over to the Streama media server's Git homepage. On your right you should see the releases tab. Click on that, and right now the release version is version 1.10.3. Obviously down the line you'll have much newer releases. Under the latest release and under the assets option, click on the Streama server file, that is the .jar file. Click on that and then download it to the desired location. If you want, you can rename the file, otherwise you can just have the file name as it is. In my case I will rename it to server.jar. Okay, so this part is done. Now you can close the Git homepage. Okay, so next you need to have Java installed on your computer. To check if you have Java installed, simultaneously press the Windows and the R key. This will open the run menu or the run window. In that, type cmd. In here type java space hyphen version. If it says that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, it means that Java is not installed. If you get some other version number of Java, just make sure that the Java installed is version number 8. If you have any other newer releases, version 11 or version 17, the Streama server will not work. You need to definitely have the Java version 8 installed. Okay, so I will leave the links for the Java binaries in the description of this video. Head over to that link and say if you are running the Windows 64-bit version, select the JDK Windows x64. Else if you are running the 32-bit version, select Windows i586, JDK version i586. So depending upon your Windows configuration, please select the appropriate file. Okay, so the exe file has been downloaded. Run the exe file or double tap the exe file. Choose yes. Select next. Select next. Select next. Okay, so now you should get a prompt that the installation has been performed successfully. Now close and close the window. Now once again open the run menu using the Windows key plus the R key and then run the cmd command. In here now once again type java space hyphen version. Now as you can see you have got a Java version 1.8.0.311. This 8.0.311 means this is Java version 8. Okay, so once that is done, next you need to get hold of this application file or the application.yml file. Head over to the link. Once again I will leave the link for this application file in the description of this video. Head over to this link, click on the raw button, right click in this window and choose save as. Remove the .txt and then click save. Now you should have the YML file saved. Open the YML file. So I'm using Atom to open the YML file. You can open this YML file with any other text editor. It's absolutely fine. You can even use Notepad++. Okay, so after you open the application.yml file, make sure to enter your Gmail username and password. See, if you have got the two-step verification enabled, this password should be the app specific password. And if you have not got the two-step verification, you can enter your password, but then you need to go into the Google settings and enable less secured apps. Okay, just make sure to do that. Okay, so now I have added my Gmail credentials to the YML file. Before you start the server, you need to rename the application file. Rename it from streama_application to just application.yml. Okay, so after you rename the YML file, you are all good to run the server. You can just right click and choose open in Windows terminal. Otherwise, while holding on to the shift key on your keyboard, right click and then you can choose to open in Windows terminal or choose open PowerShell window here. Once again, you can check for Java version just to make sure that you have got Java running within the PowerShell. Okay, so once that is done, you can directly now start the server. The command to do that is java space -jar space ./server.jar. I have renamed my .jar file to server. See, if you have got the original file name, make sure to enter the original file name over here and now press enter. See, if you get a prompt regarding the Windows Defender, make sure to allow in both private and public networks and then choose allow access. Okay, so as you can see over here from the note, we have got the server running up in localhost 8080. Just copy this path, open up a browser and then paste and run it. So the default login password for Streama server is admin and admin. Login using that. And now right at the top, you should see an option that says admin. Click on that. Now head back to the folder where you have got the Streama server file. Right click and choose to create a new folder. Rename the folder as data. Okay, copy the path to the data folder and under upload directory paste the path and now choose validate. Now it will say that the directory was successfully accessed by the application. Okay, now click on save settings. Once that is done, once again click on the admin button or the admin option to head back to the settings. First, we need to create an API key with the movie database.org. The process of creating an account in this website is free. Head over to the movie db.org and then create an account. After you create an account, you should see a name or a circle or whatever you call it icon. If you scroll over that, it should say profile and settings. Click on that and select settings. On your left, you should see the API option. Click on the API option and now copy the API key v3 auth. Okay, copy that, paste it under the option that says the movie DB API key. After you paste the API key, click on validate. Select the desired API language. In here, you might want to change the base URL. Okay, so by default, the base URL is http://localhost:8080. Say if you are to send email invites to add users, then you'll get the base URL. And if the other person is operating or accessing the server from another device, then the local host will not work. So for that, you need to have the IP address of the system on which you have got the server running. Once again, while holding on to the Windows and R key, once again open the CMD and type ipconfig. Under that, if you are connected via Wi-Fi, select the IP4 address, and if you are connected via Ethernet, select the IP4 address for your Ethernet adapter. Okay, So here you should have an IP4 address for your Ethernet adapter. Whatever is your active connection, copy that IP address and then replace the local host here with that IP address. Okay. After that is done, keep scrolling down, and this is the part where you need to add the folder or a directory which contains all the video files. I hope that you have the NAS already mounted on your PC. If you have not done that, once again open the run menu by pressing and holding the Windows and the R key simultaneously. In here, the default syntax for accessing your NAS is backslashes, double backslashes, followed by the IP address of your NAS. Click OK, and I have already given the credentials, so my NAS is getting accessed. Select the folder, paste the folder under the local video files option and click validate. It will say that the directory was successfully accessed. Keep scrolling down. See, if you don't like this default Streama logo, you can change that. I have already created a logo to be used with the Streama media server. You can create your own logo or just use the existing ones. If you are to create your own logo, just make sure to stick to the dimensions of the file that is required. Your logo should not exceed 1032 by 347 pixels. So these dimensions are given in pixels. It should not be more than 1032 cross 347 pixels. Just stick to that size. Okay. Now you can upload your logo. Okay, so I have got the SIDS Flix logo added, and if you want, you can change the title of the application as well. So these are minor configurations. Just go through that. Okay. And just get to the bottom of the settings. There you should see an option that says credentials for open subtitles. Head over to opensubtitles.org website. In here, create a free account. Once again, creating an account is free. Create an account, and over here enter your username for open subtitles, and then add a colon, and then add your open subtitles password. It says credentials or open subtitles is valid and can be used. Now click on save settings. Okay, so this part is done. Now let me quickly show you as to how you can add content to the Streama server. To add content to the Streama server, click on manage content. On your left, you should see the different categories. Make sure to select the appropriate category that you desire. In this case, I am showing a demonstration of adding movies. If you are adding TV shows, select the option accordingly. And now on your right, click on bulk create from files. Now you should see the list of files in which you have got content. Select the appropriate files. Just click on the file name. It should immediately drop down the subfolders. Okay. Once you have got all the desired movies selected, click on run matcher. So depending upon the number of movies, this will take some time. Okay, so matches have been performed. You can individually add files or just click add all found matches. Say it will take time to respond. See, if you are in a hurry and click this option multiple times, then the same copy will be added multiple times. So do not do that. Just click on this button only once and then click on close. Now click on the movies tab. You should have the files added. See, just in case if you feel that file has been named wrongly, click on the I option against the file and then choose edit. This will open up the edit window. On the right top you should see an equalizer like symbol. Click on that and choose edit info and give the name for your file, and as you type the name you should get movie suggestions. Just select your desired movie and then choose save. Okay, you can just go back. If the edited movie doesn't show up on your main movies tab, click on manage content, go to movies. There you should see the edited file. Click on that. It will say no video yet. Click on that and head over to the location where you have got the file. Scroll down and select that file. Okay, now if you go back to the movies, it should have a file assigned to it. Okay, so we have fixed the incorrect entry. Now we have got some movies added as well. Okay, so next I'll show you as to how you can create or add users via an email invite. Now click on the admin button or admin option. On your left you should see the users option. Click on that and at the top you should see invite user via email. Click on that and now type the inviting email address. Click on enabled user, select trusted user and then click on save and invite user. So as you can see over here, the invitation link has been modified and now it comes with the IP address of your system. And immediately after I refresh my Gmail, I have got the streamer invite. You can log out of the admin account, close that, click on set password and enjoy. This will open up an option to add your password. Okay, so now using the new user account I can access the movies, and once the TV shows are added I can access that as well. Okay, so that is pretty much it guys. So that is how you can set up Streama on your Windows PC. So I really hope that you find this video useful and informative. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye bye.